Good Monday morning. It's the HB Neil Monday Morning Show. I'm meteorologist Johnny Lively. Thanks for tuning in with us this morning. You look over here towards the Tamco Live Doppler radar, sponsored by Tamco. You can see that some showers are coming in from the west. It's very active towards the Hill Country and parts of South Texas as well, too. But from Houston, Beaumont, and Lake Charles, nothing as of right now, but we're going to start seeing some of those showers, that light rain moving into the Houston area later this morning, especially this afternoon into the evening time. As we look at the satellite and radar, again, look how active it is in parts of South Texas, mainly towards the Hill Country. They need the rain, and they're getting it, but we're going to start seeing a lot of this kind of move into the eastern or move east, getting into parts of Houston later this morning into the afternoon hours. The coverage of rain the next couple of days is definitely going to be higher towards Houston, but here locally in Beaumont, we still expect some pretty decent coverage later on this evening. Not too heavy, but mainly as we get overnight tonight, especially Tuesday and Wednesday, and we'll talk more on that later in the show. Here we go with Do Good Credit Union showing us there's still some chilly temperatures far toward the north. Southern Plains in the 40s, Dallas 50s. Here locally, we actually were pretty chilly this morning, but it's a big difference over there towards the west in Houston. Look at 40s up there towards the north, all the way down to Kirbyville and DeQuincy, even in Deweyville. Low 50s in Beaumont, even into Lake Charles. You got some 50s, Holly Beach. But if you start going to the west where some of the rain is, that warm, moist air from the Gulf, you got Houston already at 63 degrees, Galveston at 66, so it's definitely warmer versus the west versus the east. So this is thanks to our sponsor of Neutron Electrical Services, seeing what's going on. Look at the big change the last 24 hours. It was chilly yesterday all across the region, but look how warm it is for Houston, 13 degrees warmer than it was on Sunday morning, and then it's 4 degrees cooler, I should say, further to the north, and 4 to 3 degrees cooler over there towards New Iberia. But you're just seeing that building in from the west is that warm, moist air, and so we're going to start that warming trend really the next couple of days. We're going to say goodbye to the 70s and the return of the 80s really by the time we get into Thursday. Our modern concrete outdoor and construction forecast for today is not too bad this morning. Once we start getting closer to the lunchtime hours, we can see some of that light showers moving in from the west. Later this afternoon is when we see a little bit better coverage, and we'll actually pick up later this evening. But if you're in the Houston area, all of this is going to be higher, and we're going to show that here in just a second. This is mainly for interior southeast Texas into parts of southwest Louisiana. That coverage should top off to around 30%. Over there to Houston, it will be 40 to 50%. If we put this all in motion, thanks to Switch Electric, we can see we've got those light showers from the Hill Country getting into central Texas. That's going to move eastward later this morning into the afternoon and evening time hours. So the coverage is a lot better towards the Houston area. Here's later this evening. Over there towards Austin, still getting some of the heavy rainfall. And over here towards Beaumont, we'll just have that 30% coverage for the passing light showers. And then over there towards southwest Louisiana, we're just going with 10% coverage. But everything picks up overnight tonight, especially for the Houston region. Some heavy downpours definitely are likely, and this can get into parts of Beaumont as well, too. Here we are early Tuesday morning, and then just kind of off and on throughout the day on Tuesday, we're going to have rounds of showers and possibly some isolated thunderstorms. This will be some pretty heavy downpours that we're going to see in parts of Houston, Woodlands, getting into Beaumont on out off and on throughout the day on Tuesday. And this will get into southwest Louisiana as well too, but I just don't think it's going to be as heavy versus what we're going to see into the Houston area. And as once we get into Wednesday, should get another round once again. So when we see sum it all up, today 30% coverage for southeast Texas, higher towards Houston, but I don't think today is going to be the heavy rain day. It's going to be overnight tonight and then off and on Tuesday and on Wednesday, we're going to see the heaviest rain. And we'll show the rainfall totals coming up. And then later this week, Thursday and Friday, still have the chance for some showers. And then once again on Saturday and Sunday, we can still have a chance as well too. Saturday, there's a risk for some strong thunderstorms, but that's going to be well north of our area into East Texas, northern Louisiana. So we'll be watching to see how far south those storms do go, but a lot of this is going to be passing our area going off towards the north. So right now we've got 40% coverage on Saturday. So let's put all of this in motion rainfall-wise. Notice towards the west, that's where 3, 4, 5 inches of rain can be possible. Parts of Houston, 1, 2, 3 inches can be possible. Over here towards Beaumont, 1 to 2 inches definitely possible. Lake Charles, about an inch. This is mainly going to be on Tuesday and Wednesday when we're going to see the heaviest round. And again, a lot of this is going to be towards San Antonio, getting into the Houston area, but it's knocking on the doorsteps for parts of Beaumont as well too. So we'll see how far this trends towards the east, but a lot of this is going to be pretty wet for San Antonio and Houston. Mainly Tuesday and Wednesday is going to be the heaviest day, but we're still going to be having pretty good coverage over here in Beaumont as well too. If you are enjoying the chances of rain, rain. Here we are getting into next week. You can see that the subtropical jet is pretty much active for a good portion of the United States, so rain chances will definitely stay alive even once we get into next week as well too. So is the pattern starting to flip? It definitely kind of seems like it. 50% coverage for the Houston area today. Because of the rain and the clouds, are going to be into the upper 60s to low 70s. Beaumont region can get a little bit warmer because the coverage is going to be a little bit less, 30% coverage. We can get into the low to mid 70s, and then over there towards southwest Louisiana, less clouds, less chance of rain. Temperatures can actually start getting a little bit closer to the upper 70s, but still mid 70s is what we're going to be topping out with. Thanks to our sponsor of Silsby Ford. Get you one. Then overnight tonight, we're going to start kind of being a little bit warmer, especially out there towards Houston and Galveston. Going to be in the 60s, near 70 degrees for Galveston, but the rest of the region, you can still find some 50s, low 50s towards the north. Beaumont at 58, Lake Charles 57, and then down towards the coast will be into the 60s to the near 70 degree mark. Here's our 7-day forecast for Southeast Texas. It looks pretty active, especially Tuesday and Wednesday is going to be our best chance for rain. Again, Houston can get up to 2, 3, if not 4 inches of rain, mostly on Tuesday and Wednesday. Here locally for the Beaumont general region, we're looking at 1 to 2 inches of rain, and then we still have some rain chances even once we get into Thursday, Friday, and then we'll keep an eye on Saturday, how far south those storms really do come on Saturday evening. Here we are for southwest Louisiana, same thing. A lot of the storms are going to stay more towards the west, the heavier rain, but we still have some decent coverage Tuesday, and especially on Wednesday, and then we just keep those rain chances alive really kind of the next 5 to 7 days. But again, the heaviest rain will be towards the west, generally towards the San Antonio, Houston region is where we're going to see all of those the heavier rainfall. But notice, temperatures are definitely going to be warming up back into the 80s once we get into Thursday, and that's going to be sticking around into the rest of the weekend. So sum it all up, download the free Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app. Doesn't matter if you're in a coverage zone or not. It will keep you updated on all the temperatures, what time rain is moving in and out. Really kind of depends if you've got the cloud cover. Houston will be into the upper 60s to low 70s with that 50% coverage, mainly this afternoon into the evening. Beaumont general region, which includes Woodville to Jasper down towards the coast, we're expecting low to mid 70s, 30% coverage of passing showers. Southwest Louisiana, 10%. Temperatures getting into the mid 70s, some areas getting close to that 76 degree mark. So thanks for tuning in to the Monday morning show. I will see y'all again on Tuesday morning, but we're going to still have more posts throughout the day on Facebook, YouTube, and especially our app. It will keep you updated any passing showers that are moving through. Thanks for tuning in to the Monday morning show. Y'all have a wonderful Monday. See y'all again tomorrow morning on Tuesday.
Gulf Coast Weather Solutions is sponsored by
At Gulf Coast Weather Solutions, we focus on delivering reliable weather forecasts. Our new app provides reliable weather updates and alerts no matter where you are. With real-time weather alerts and warnings, you can stay informed and prepared wherever you go. Download the Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app today on the App Store and Google Play and stay connected no matter where you are.